I have Monica with me, one of my favorite people with Hispanic Coalition doing such great work, and she's brought with her David Anthony Olias, is that?
Ocasio.
Ocasio, I'm sorry. And we're going to be talking about the 40 under 40, which means 40 people under 40 doing great things.
Yes, exactly.
So tell me who they are.
So
you can't tell me, right? You're still taking in applications, right?
Wow, yes. So this is the 6th year that the Hispanic Coalition is doing the 40 under 40 Rising Latino Stars. This is a statewide recognition, and the focus really is to highlight the work that 40 young Latinos are doing in their communities. And we sort of copied the idea from all the other 40 under 40s that organizations are doing.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
Yeah,
Business
it seems to be right. Yeah. But we really wanted to focus on the Hispanic community because we tend to hear a lot of negative things about the Hispanic community, and our program is just
positive.
Yeah, we focus on the diversity that you find in our community.
Absolutely.
And the amazing people that we have here in New York. And not only amazing because of their accomplishments, but because of the work they are doing in the community. They are giving back. They are making our community, our New York, better. And so we're very proud. This year is the 6th year. We are accepting applications right now.
And they can get them on your website. Is that
they are on the yes. The application process is on the website. Is quick. There are a few 4 questions that we're asking about each of the nominees that someone would like to present to us, and then you just upload the information right on our computer, and then we review it. Now, the one unique thing about our program is that the review committee is comprised of rising stars.
You brought David with you?
And David is actually one of the 2015 Rising Stars, and he is also one of the judges in this year's review panel. And David, like many of the others, are doing great things in the community.
Well, tell me about David.
Yes, I'll hand it over to
you. Well, I was nominated. I wish I knew who, but we'll keep that alone. I was nominated, and I was very fortunate to be picked for one of the 2015 40 under 40 Rising Stars for my volunteer work in the community. I do a lot of work with the Ronald McDonald House of the Capital Region.
Oh, they're wonderful, yeah.
And a lot of people don't know it, but they're a not-for-profit that does not accept any government funding. So they're strictly run on donation. And
what is the Ronald McDonald? For those of you who don't know who it is, or what they do, because it's marvelous what they do.
Yeah. Essentially, they have since I said they're strictly run on donation, they have 250 volunteers monthly volunteer for them. They have helped over 20,000 families since they've opened 34 years ago.
And these are for families that have children that are ill.
Yes,
right?
Yes. For high-risk moms, for children that have, cancer, just ill in general. This provides families with a place to stay, food to eat, a bed to sleep on for free. They've always had the option, like other Ronald McDonald houses, to charge. But the one here in the Capital District does not charge the families, just to kind of take a burden off their shoulders.
I'm sure people will make donations to help them along even,
Yes, they do. Actually, through my employer right now, TCT Federal Credit Union, I am organizing a fundraiser for my branch where we are selling Ronald McDonald House socks. Oh. I have been very fortunate enough to sport them today.
Yes. Oh, look at those socks.
They're very high.
Look like you just came off of Dr. Seuss.
Exactly. Whereas Waldo-esque. But it's essentially
I like those. Those are cool.
Thank you. It's essentially to raise awareness for what the Ronald House does for the community.
Yeah. And people are going to say, those are unusual socks. And you're going to say, well, by golly, just in my back pocket, I can sell you a pair.
They have had...
Where's yours, Monica?
I did not purchase mine yet, but I am going to. Yes.
Put you on the spot, sorry.
Oh, I will, and I will wear them. Yeah. Absolutely, yes.
They're so cool. I like them.
Thank you. They do a lot of good things.
Yeah, so you're a judge, and how many applications do you usually get, Monica?
We usually get over, we're up to, I think last year we got over close to 60 applications. And each year we are getting more and more, right? It's building.
Word spreads.
Yes, and really, again, the focus is on highlighting the positive and the work that we are doing in the community.
So you're covering Buffalo to New York City
yes,
to
this
Potsdam.
Yes, this is statewide, and each year, folks from across
So
the state
what
are
we can-
recognized.
What we can do with our viewers, say, if you know someone of Hispanic heritage, please
Yes.
nominate them and give them a big shout out for doing good things.
Exactly, and you know, the bigger picture too is to show that we are not, the Latino community is not a statistic. We are
You
proud
are.
to be
You are.
living here, yes, and we are doing amazing things in our community, and just the Hispanic Coalition wants to highlight that.
Okay,
So-
I'm going to ask probably an odd question. When you talk the Hispanic,
Mm-hmm.
what does that encompass? Puerto Rico? Where? What does that encompass?
For
When you say
the
Hispanic.
program,
Well, no,
or
when
when
you
I'm
say
talking
Hispanic,
about
what does Hispanic mean?
here, okay, that's not may not be an easy question as you think.
No, because people-
because there is a larger discussion about Hispanic, using the word Hispanic or using the word Latino.
That's why
you
I
know,
was wondering, because Latino
yes,
I think of as Latin
Latin
America.
America, you know.
But Hispanic I also think of like Mexico and so I'm
That's-
just, as a non-Latino,
Yes,
as an
for
Italian I'm asking.
there is a long answer to your question.
Okay.
One that
You can't,
I'm not.
okay.
There are so many sides to this question. For the sake of our organization, we chose the word Hispanic, but we use it interchangeably with the word Latino.
Okay.
And we look at Latin America, but we look at like Puerto Rico, the islands, right?
Yeah.
Cuba. So we look at it in a broader sense.
Good.
You know,
I like the
because
broader
they're right. I mean, when you look at the history of Hispanics, Latinos, Latin America, there are a lot of similarities. There's a
Crossovers,
lot
too.
of, and that's the right word, crossover. So for us as an organization, we don't so much get into the definition, the discussion of where and why you should be one or the other,
When you
and
do
that's
that, you give limitations, and you don't want a limitation.
well. I think scholars will give you an answer for each Latino and the history. We're looking at it. We want to
Broadly.
include everyone, right? We don't want to just
inclusive.
say we only Latin America. We want to, because we do acknowledge the history of the various countries.
Yeah.
And what each has brought, and yes.
Good for you.
So
I like that.
I don't know that was the right answer
No, you
that
haven't
you
drawn
wanted,
any
but
lines and said
no.
No, I like that. I like to be inclusive. I think our country was built on inclusivity, and I think we have to make sure it stays that way as well.
I agree.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Great. So
Thank
good
you,
to
Ann,
see
for
you.
having us.
And
Thank
so
you.
nice to meet you.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
and
Appreciate it.
congratulations on being a winner and for being part of this, selecting the new ones.
Thank you.
That's
It's an
good.
honor.
Be fun. Yeah.